good afternoon, everyone. It is May the 3rd, and honestly, I can't remember the last day I talked to you, but I know it's been a couple weeks. We've had nothing but rain, and it's not like it's been torrential downpours. It's been just enough to keep us out of the field, get dry enough, literally dry enough to where the next day we could go, and then it rained. So, we are, I'd say, probably about behind schedule now. We were done last year this time. Last year we finished on April 30th, which was amazing. But we've only got like 550 acres in the ground, I think. So, not great, but could always be worse, I guess. But we'll see. Today is Friday. We're going to plant some corn today and tomorrow. Probably beans tomorrow, and then probably going to start doing it on Sunday too, to be honest. But on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, there's some more chances of rain. So we're just going to try to get in as much as we can with what little windows we have. I'm heading up to north of Route 36 now with the sprayer. Just coming into Oakland, so it'll be a few more minutes before I get there, but gonna spray some 32 down there and then come down to my house, which is it's 4 miles north of town, and spray 65 acres there. And I think that's all we're gonna do for today. And Luke will probably start planting this evening or this afternoon. He was filling the planter when I left the shop. It's now 12:30, so not as like it's incredibly late in the afternoon, but we actually had a little bit of a rain last night, so we had to wait for that to dry off, and really the sun's just now popping out. But that's kind of the plan for now. We got all of our 32 sprayed south of town, and then it all got rained on, so we don't need to worry about getting the rest of it worked in. But who knows, where you got one field that's half planted, it's been sitting there for 2 weeks, so we'll have to plant the other half, and that'll probably cause a little bit of logistics issues when it comes to spraying. Shouldn't really, we'll just have to wait on it when it comes to harvesting it, but what are you going to do? So, see how today goes. Hopefully, like I said, I finish up those beans tomorrow, but let you know when we get up to the field. Well, up and running now. Just got filled up, drawn them, took off. So that is one good thing about being spread out so far, I guess. I mean, I don't know what the average distance that everyone travels. It probably varies quite a bit, but as I was saying, it's one nice thing about being so spread out is that where it's not fit somewhere else, there's a good chance it could be fit, on the other side of where we farm. For those of you familiar with the area, we farm from basically Route 16 to Route 36 north and south, and then 130 to Route 49 east and west. So that is a pretty good spread, but it's not terrible. Luckily, there's basically only one field, and it's where we're at now. Though we have to drive a good distance for not very much, but everything else is all pretty decent sized chunks of ground, which is good. It makes it worth it. So it's definitely a lot drier up here than down in the shop. A few guys working ground. Actually, I didn't see any planters going, but a few guys working at ground, a few guys spraying. So I'm sure their planters will be rolling here soon. Luke will be heading this way shortly with the planter. Well, Dad in the cultivator, then Luke in the planter. Get this done up here, then go down there to my house and do that. I don't know if we'll get started planting on it or not. Luke's got a commitment he's got to get to tonight, but not that big of a deal, so we'll just see. It's a little heavier even there at my house than it is here, so just have to see how it goes up here. I don't think it's very heavy underneath, which is good. This is good black ground up here, so it dries out pretty fast. Not many weeds either, which is good. This was chiseled last year, so that probably helps some. But get this finished up and head on down there to my house where Jonathan will be waiting, and get topped off and keep on going. Well, we're going up here at my house now. As you can see, there's some weeds. I don't know if you guys happen to see the video where I was working this up here. It worked out really well, but obviously it's just been too long. That was, heck, a month and a half ago. That was in the end of March. That's just what happens whenever you can't get to it. It starts getting weedy again, but we didn't know, obviously, or else we wouldn't have done that. So just down here, laying down in 32. I don't really think we're going to do much after this today. I don't know how much Luke's going to get planted this evening. Even this is slightly heavy, so probably maybe work it and let it sit tomorrow, or wait until tomorrow morning and work it, and then maybe let it sit a couple hours after that. Not really for sure. Let's see what Dad's got in mind after I get this done. I don't think any beans are going to plant this afternoon. For sure tomorrow they will, but I don't know. Stinks. Can't be doing stuff when you need and want to be doing stuff, so just how it goes, I guess. I'll let you know what I find out, if I find anything out. Well, just made it back here to the shop with the sprayer. I'm just going to park this for tonight, refill the rinse tanks, and see what all Dad's got planned. As I was pulling in, I saw he's across the road on a 90 acres. That's bean stubble going into corn, so it's probably preparation for tomorrow, which would be good. Probably letting it be good for it to dry out the rest of the evening, and then tomorrow morning while Luke gets that other stuff planted. But unless something changes, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Don't think we'll get any beans planted this evening, but if we do, I will let you know. If not, see you tomorrow. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's the next day. As you can see, I'm in the tillage tractor here. I got a couple small fields work this morning. Nothing too special. There's some lighter ground. It was a tick heavy, so we wanted to hurry up, get it worked, and let it air out. But as you can see, it worked up really, really well, so it'll air out, and then Luke should be able to get to it this afternoon. And after I leave here, or I'm going to leave now, I'm going to head over to across the river to Raritan. We took the turbo till over there, and we've got quite a bit of weeds over there, so I think what we're going to do, or is going to try anyway, is hook the turbo till up and only put it in a couple inches and go over all the weeds, at least on the bean stubble. We're not for sure what we're going to do with the corn stalks yet. So go over the bean stubble, get all the weeds chopped up, and then that'll get a little bit of a weed kill, and then hook back up to this after we get all that work down and work it with this. Should hopefully work pretty well. Not for sure what we're going to do with the corn stalks, if we're going to do the same thing or just plant stale seed bed. That sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, so we shall see. I'll let you know when I get it all hooked up and hopefully get going. Okay, we're up and running with this turbo till here. We actually moved, I can't see much, we moved to corn stalks that was turboed last year. We tried it on the disc bean stubble that I was telling you that we were originally going to try. It was doing an okay job, digging them out decent, leaving it a little chunky, but honestly we think the till-all will do just as good. So John's on his way down here with the till-all. He was coming down here anyway. So I'm going to stay on these corn stalks until we see how that till-all does on that bean stubble. But not doing too bad. About from over there another 100 yards to there, and then back up in this way. There used to be alfalfa on here. The guy that farmed us before this would rotate alfalfa, corn, soybeans on all his stuff. So right here where the alfalfa was, it's definitely a heavier weed pressure. I'm sure there's just a lot more, obviously, weed seed here. So going pretty good, going about a little 9.2 mile an hour. I know a lot of guys go faster, but no need to tear anything up. So see how it goes, work this out, and then see what Luke says about the till-all, and kind of go from there whether or not I end up working the rest of this 250 acres or not. Basically all of our corn stalks were turboed down here this past fall, so we might end up doing this to all of our turboed stuff. I don't know, we'll see. I know not all the fields are this weedy, but just kind of go as you feel type deal, just because the conditions aren't all that great, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But get up here, get some more of this done, and see what it looks like. These weeds are probably about 18 to 24 inches tall. It's been a long, long time since we've had weed pressure this bad, but it's been a while since we've been in the field this late too. And the winter was really mild too, so we had a mild winter and a mild spring, so that definitely didn't help anything. The old farm car, nothing can stop her, and he's off. Now, for those of you who are wondering why we're just not using the till-all or cultivator on this thick, nasty stuff, is our thought process behind this turbo till. Turbos are mainly meant for chopping up and sizing up residue in the fall. At least this one is. So we're running this one shallow, and then we're just trying to get a good sized up, basically weed residue, if you will. Because more so than the cultivator, the till-all's not too bad, but the cultivator, it doesn't have anything to chop, no disc blades or anything. So it can kind of drag up a little bit, and the weeds kind of get clumps and ball up, and then it filters out in the back, and the harrows drag it out a little bit, but you'll get clumps, and then it's not great for planting. You know, you get uneven, your row units bounce up and down over it. So that's kind of what our thought process is. This is still doing a really nice job, so we'll, like I said earlier, see what the verdict is with the till-all on the bean stubble going to corn. But as of right now, I'd say this is going pretty good for this corn stalks. Get it worked down once with this turbo, and then go over it probably with the till-all would be best. But if we got to work all the corn stalks, or if we got to work all the bean stubble with the till-all, then that till-all is going to be pretty busy. So we'll just have to see. You might have to take the cultivator over to that bean stubble and see what it looks like. But that's why we're doing this. Seems to be working pretty well. I don't know. I guess we'll find out on our final tillage pass. Both planters are running, which is also always good. So Dad's been pumping out the bean acres. Luke's been doing the corn. Got to do a little bit of driving around just because we were nitpicking some fields yesterday, but not too bad. So should be able to get some acres knocked out. I think Dad's going to try to finish up what we've got work down there south of town, and then end up bringing that bean planter over to do this here probably tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow is Sunday, but fortunately we're probably just going to go ahead and work in the afternoon after church, just so we can try to get ahead, if you will, just get stuff done that we need to. And there's, I don't know, we'll see. I think there's a 60% chance of rain tonight even. I know there's a chance of rain tomorrow night, the next few nights, but just trying to get as much done as possible in the windows that we have. So the weather's been good. It's 81 and sunny. A little bit of a breeze. You can see it blowing back there a little bit, but so far so good. Well, hooked back up to the field cultivator. Back in this 120 that we originally tried the turbo in. Jonathan's over there. You can't see him in the till-all, same field. Getting this work down. That way we make sure and get it worked ahead of Luke for whenever he comes down here and starts on it. Hopefully first thing in the morning. Should be able to get all that he's working on done this evening. So we want to get this done ahead of him, since he can go pretty quick with his planter. His planter is high speed, so he can plant about fastest hill goes about 10. Normally does around 9.5. So get this worked out in front of him, and then kind of get some hopefully corn stalks worked down for the bean planter for tomorrow. Have to see how that goes. Still haven't really made up our mind what we're gonna do precisely, but we know we gotta do something. Probably sleep on it and figure it out, but I guess Luke won't be starting first thing. We'll have church, but start right after lunch. So see how the rest of this field works up, and then give you guys an update. I'm back to working down some corn stalks now. Basically just hitting some weedy spots. Not going to work this whole field. I'm actually getting ready to quit because I'm running out of weeds to work, and there's a storm coming. Probably be here in, I don't know, 45 minutes. Looks like it's got a decent amount of rain in it. some red and yellow cells, so that's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping we could get a decent amount planted tomorrow, but we'll take what we can get, I guess. Got the family with me. Always some supper, so they're just gonna ride with me the next few minutes, finish this out, give me a ride home. I'll just leave this tractor parked down here. So Jonathan's working down some more. Let's see, that's bean stubble, I think. I don't remember now what it was, but he probably won't get that done before the rain gets here, so we'll just pick him up on the way home. So sorry this video didn't have a whole lot of exciting stuff happening, but hey, that's farming for you. So that's going to be all for this one. I do appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you at the next one.